Hey guys, this is Mannheim and you are listening to Thomas Eriksen's podcast.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to the Thomas Eriksen podcast, episode number 33 right now. And Happy New Year. Well, will it be a Happy New Year? Let's see, shall we? A couple of years now, we've been through fucking pandemic hell, lockdowns, shutdowns, and you all know it's global. Which is fucking insane. Okay, I swore now. That was not planned. But hey, it slipped out there. For the ones who are checking out the podcast for the first time, my name is Thomas Eriksen. I've been doing this podcast for the last 2 years. Just talking to fellow musicians and artists within black metal and related stuff. I started off doing this just out of personal curiosity, basically for my sake, if I could even manage to handle a podcast. And looks like it's doing quite okay after all, which is fun. This is something I fill the time with when I got nothing else happening, basically. I'm also the man behind the Norwegian black metal band Mork, which is a band, one-man band with a full solid live lineup as well. Been doing this since 2004, released 5 albums and some EPs and stuff. Currently signed to Peaceville Records of the UK. The last album came out last year. The album is called Katedralen, and I urge you to check it out if you haven't. Check out what my music is about. And also I urge you to head over to the official Mork web shop to support me, the podcast, and my band. Pick up some merchandise and stuff. Some new merch have rolled into the shop now. We got the very first long sleeve shirts, and we've made a bag that we called likpose, which translates to body bag. I thought that was really clever. The main idea behind that bag was to have something to offer when we're on the road and selling merch, so that people have something to put the vinyls and stuff inside, and carry out. But now it's available at the web shop as well. A bag that is a body bag. And there's also t-shirts there with different designs, mostly album covers and stuff like that. There's a big back patch for your jacket. There's a small patch with the Mork logo. And there's vinyls and CDs. Head over there and check it out. Perhaps there's something you could purchase over there. And I also do sign the albums. There's an option on there to have it signed or not. So thanks a lot to the ones who have been there and purchased. And thanks to the ones who are perhaps on the way over there now. Cheers. Well, it's been a while since the last episode now. What has happened? We went out on a Scandinavian tour in December, which went fucking great. We were 1 day ahead of lockdown, and that means that we got to fulfill every single date and play regular old school concerts with people and audiences. Some of the shows were even sold out, and it was a great run. We got the pleasure of getting to know our fellow band, Avsky of Denmark. Great guys, and we We shared the stage for those, I don't know, what was it, 10 days or something, and that was great. What sticks out in my memory right now has to be the show in Oslo at Blå. That was fucking amazing. It was great to play in front of that hungry a crowd again. I think that's the most rowdy crowd we'd had in Oslo for a long while. That was great. A couple shows in Sweden was sold out. Gothenburg at the Abyss, and Stockholm at Klubb Fredagsmangel. Thanks a lot, and the same to everyone else who came out to see us during those dates. Thanks for showing up. The fourth Mork album, The Svarte Juv, which came out in 2019, is currently out of print on vinyl, actually. Thanks for buying it and putting us in this situation where it's actually sold out and out of print. And due to the current COVID stuff and situation, actually vinyl printing has now become quite a hassle. There's long queues and waiting lists to get albums printed these days. So I guess that album will be out of print for a little while. But the CD is still available, so head over to the web shop and pick that up. The new year, concert-wise, kicks off for us 19th of March. And then we are actually booked to co-headline the Northern Deception Metal Festival in Kristiansand, Norway, which will be great. Looking forward to revisit Kristiansand. It's been a few years since we've been there. And the next one after that is the 22nd of April. We will head down to Munich, Germany. I guess that's our first show in Germany, actually, ever. Doing the Dark Easter Metal Meeting Festival there. And then there's the Wacken Open Air Festival in August. And of course, we do have a Latin American tour in September. Hopefully all of these shows will come to be, that we can now rid ourselves of the pandemic and just be finished with it once and for all. Time will tell. I don't know shit. Who knows? Who knows anything? There may be more shows popping up in between here, obviously, as the year is still young. And our booking agent is always available if promoters want to make contact. All information you can find in the description here in the episode, I suppose, and on our web pages and socials and stuff. I am actually in the studio these days working on new material for Mork. So there's things happening, which is good. Inspiration is flowing and the creativity is blooming. I'm happy to say, because I suppose many of you out there are artists and know that you can have writer's block every once in a while. And those periods are fucking awful. But that's just how it is. That's life. C'est la vie. Okay, this week's special guest. I got to know this guy back in, what was it, 2016, when we started to play gigs together with Order, the black metal band. I would call it, it's an all-star band, actually. It's old Mayhem members and Cadaver members. Older gentlemen in the black metal community that was around even in the 80s. And one of those people are, of course, Billy Messiah, Eirik Nordheim. Most of you know him as the very first Mayhem vocalist back in 1984. So he got into Mayhem basically the same time I was born. And since Mayhem being one of the most mythical bands out there, it's of course cool to hear his story, which we get into here, amongst other things, because Billy, he is not only into black metal, he's into punk rock, actually. And he has his journey has been amazing. We try to touch upon most of it. The episode is quite long today, so I hope you will endure and take in it all, because it's a great chat. That's how it is, when two friends are sitting around in a relaxed setting and we are having beers, the conversation just runs off, it just goes naturally. And that is one of those, this is one of those times. And I really appreciate those, I even get to know my friends even more out of these conversations, because they are basically sitting there telling me their story. And it's fun, and it's educational for me, and hopefully for you guys. And in the interview, we are having some beers, as I said, and we finished by saying, let's have 1 or 2 or 3 more beers. And let's put it like that. We didn't go to bed until closer to 6 in the morning. So I promise you, we had a good time. We had a real party after the podcast and during the podcast. Good times, which is proof here. Just sit back, relax, or do whatever. Listen to my chat with the legendary Messiah. Skål, gutt. Fy faen, det er så godt å se deg.
I like måte. Det er lenge siden.
Skal jeg hente en øl til
ja, kanskje det.
Jeg gjør det. Da får jeg bare begynne. Det er lenge siden sist. Nå har jeg ikke gjort det her. I haven't done this since, I don't know, last year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
It's not that long ago.
No, that's true.
There.
I'm back in the studio now, my own studio in my own home. And I'm sitting together with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
A fellow punk rocker and black metal icon. Mr. Billy, also Eirik Nordheim Messiah.
Yeah.
Welcome, dude.
Different names. Billy Messiah, Billy Cockroach, Eirik Nordheim, Eirik Nordheim. Yeah, you pick.
Is it different personalities too?
Yeah, no, not really. No, I can't. In fact, it's hard to play different personality roles, because I'm everything I put in with my as an artist is it has to be a part of my personality anyway.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a different aspect of it when I do the punk rock and when I do the black metal. It's different aspects,
That's true.
But then again, it's if it's not a part of my own personality, it's a big lie.
Yep.
And I'm not a liar.
No.
Hopefully.
On the core is the same guy.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It has to be.
Yeah. Except for like my punk rock with the band Cockroach Clan, it's quite jolly, in fact. But then again, it's also some anger there.
Yeah.
Probably got some anger issues, but I mean, as long as it's punk, it has to be some anger, some aggro there. But so it's happy violence. That's what we call it.
Well put.
Yeah, some happy violence. Some punching with a smile. But when it comes to order and the metal, I'm trying to find the not very pleasant me.
Yeah. That's proper black metal.
Yeah, and it's a part of me. It's a part of everybody.
Yep. It is.
But I mean, it's not like I'm that kind of personality all the time, but it is a part of my personality.
Is a reason why many people can associate with black metal.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know,
because you have to embrace that every aspect of yourself.
Yep.
And we all have more or less something that's not very pleasant.
Yep.
And it's a catharsis to use it in a creative way.
Yep.
I mean, if I feel bad, and I go on stage doing a show with Order, kind of very relieved afterwards, you know. Just
carry on.
I'm very relieved because I spent quite a lot of energy to just get it all out, all the unpleasant stuff, and then after the show, it's like, yeah, wow, I feel like a new person. So yeah,
kind of like an anger management treatment then.
Yeah, that's anger management.
Yeah.
Both that and also with punk rock, but like I said, that's happy violence.
But let's find out what made you into this unique person that you are.
Well,
where are you from, dude?
Yeah, hard question. I lived here and there. I was born in Oslo. And lived in Oslo until I was 6 years old, and then we moved to Asker and stayed. We stayed there for about 9 years, and moved to Lier. Stayed there for a couple of years, and then I moved to Lillehammer, and that's where I still live. So that's kind of where I'm from. But my forming days, you know, when I was like getting into being a early teenager, you know, and that was I lived in Asker, and but it really doesn't matter where I'm from. It's, the thing is that I had an uncle, which he was 12 years older than me. So already back in 1977, I was 10 years old. Already back then, he introduced me to both like Deep Purple and Black Sabbath, of course. Which I was like, Black Sabbath was probably. I mean, I remember when he played the song Black Sabbath for me. And I was looking at the album cover, and I really got the chills. It was really scary to watch that witchy woman on the cover. And,
I have a special relationship to that cover.
Yeah, and listening to the song Black Sabbath, it was like, it really scared me, you know.
It's still scary if you ask me.
Yeah, it's still scary.
Yes.
It's still fucking scary.
Yep.
But
it works.
Yeah, it works. But then again, it's all. He also. I remember he came back from London in like 1977, sometime then, and he had his whole suitcase full of vinyl records. He bought. Yeah, he was a collector. He was a vinyl collector.
But it was the right time to be in London too.
Exactly, exactly. And he came back with like Sex Pistols, Ramones, The Clash, of course, The Damned, stuff like that. And he played that for me, and I was like, I was 10 years old. I was like, what the fuck is this? And some new things coming from England, and Ramones were American, but anyway, it was like, it was a wow. I was sold. I had never in my life heard anything like it, and I liked the pure energy, the pure anger. It was like, oh, fucking hell.
Which albums was that? Nevermind the Bollocks.
Yeah, Nevermind the Bollocks, and it was The Clash was the Clash, the first album.
Yeah.
I mean, when he played Tommy Gun for me, the song Tommy Gun, I was like, oh, that's still one of my favorite songs. And like The Damned, I don't remember the name of that album, but I remember he played. I listened to Love Song.
Oh yeah.
And it's so raw, you know. And yeah, it still gives me the chills, you know. When I was 10 years old. I didn't know what punk was, but I knew I liked it.
Nobody did. It just hit you like a fucking wave.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that I loved it, you know. And and then I discovered. After that, a couple of years later, like 12, 13, I discovered Motorhead and some more. Yeah, and of course Iron Maiden and Kiss. I was like, every kid was a little bit Kiss fan, you know.
Yeah.
I was as well. But that was, I don't know. It didn't last that long. I was very into Kiss for a while. I even played in a Kiss band.
Really?
Yeah, not a band. We had paper guitars and you know.
Did a makeup thing.
Yeah, had the makeup and did mimic.
Who were your character? Who was it?
I was Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
You're that kind of guy.
Yeah, I had to be the demon.
Let me see the tongue.
I had to be the demon.
Do you have the tongue? Do you have the tongue?
No, not anymore. I had. I thought I had. But then again, yeah, I had to be Gene Simmons for that. But now I wouldn't be him anymore at all. Now it's just a dick.
That's a clash between you two, I suppose.
Yeah, he's a dick.
He's an egotist, narcissist.
Fucking hell. Yeah, no, but yeah, he and his band, or the band, not his band, but
It's
the
been
band.
an important influence.
Yeah, very important. They had very formative for so many kids.
Keep in mind that you hit this back in the day.
Yeah.
Even me, I'm younger than you, way younger than you, and even I had a period with that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like it's an eternal thing.
Yeah, so you can't dismiss them.
No, it's a legacy.
You know, exactly. You can't dismiss them.
No.
But then again, of course, you can be a dick anyway.
Yeah, sure.
And Gene Simmons surely is a dick.
I'm pretty sure John Lydon is a dick sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know, but he was my idol for a good few years.
Yeah, mine too. And I still like his humor. I still like his rhetorics.
Yeah, he's a funny, original guy.
Yes, because he's got this. I don't know. There's something about his personality and the way he talks
And,
the way
he's sympathetic, actually.
Yeah,
he is.
but then again, it's like okay, shut up. We heard you. Next.
Yeah, that's true. But did you read his book, his latest book?
Yeah,
the biography.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, it is. And
I love to hear those. I have the audiobook.
Yeah,
you know. And I also I read that one or listened to it, and I also listened to Steve Jones's audiobook.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
No.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He's real honest.
Yeah, I can imagine. He's always Steve Jones has always come kind of stood in the back.
He was pushed aside.
Yeah, pushed aside for Johnny Rotten and Sid.
Yeah,
I mean Sid. He was an he was an icon, an image. He was an
poster boy or
poster boy.
Yeah, mascot.
Yeah, of course. I loved him when I was a kid.
Sure,
but then again, I thought he played bass on.
He never did anything. He just looked good.
Yeah, I know. And that's Glenn Matlock. He made most of the songs.
Yeah.
You know, and he was pushed out.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. But then again, Steve Jones is.
He's a great guy.
Yeah,
I really like that guy.
And I'm so impressed by his guitar skills.
Oh yeah.
so innovative.
It sounds like him.
Yeah.
And it's so simple. So simple.
And exactly, that's the thing. It's so simple, but it's done in a fucking great way.
Yeah.
And
it's a shame that he hasn't done anything for years.
Yeah.
It's a real shame.
I think so.
I even dig his solo records, you know,
Yeah,
the soft rock one and the more glam one.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's a brilliant guitarist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he played with Dylan.
Yeah.
He wrote songs with Dylan. He wrote songs with Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
Joan Jett.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been all over the place.
Yeah, he's been all over.
And for people out there who hasn't been checking that out, you should check out his radio show, Jones's Jukebox.
Yeah.
He's a funny bloke.
Yeah. No.
We have to talk about Sex Pistols when you and me meet. It's important.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean...
That's our connection.
Yeah, but the thing about Sex Pistols, I mean, I can... especially when I speak with people who's also into punk and who's been growing up with punk.
Yeah.
Then it's like we don't talk that much about the Pistols because it's already been said, some kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, and then. When I meet people, other people into punk as much as me, we rather talk about other bands.
Of course.
You know, like UK Subs.
Yeah, sure.
Even Gigi Allen, you know. Yeah, you understand me.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like you kind of forget the Pistols every once in a while because it's so...
I rarely get to have this talk.
Yeah, it's there. It's always been there. It's there just in front of you. So
but they're the biggest band. Exactly. It's them and the Beatles.
Yeah,
and there's everyone else underneath.
And that's why you tend to talk about the other bands instead.
Yeah.
But then again, there's so much you can say about the Pistols.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, I have to. It's true. It's like I said, my uncle came back with a lot of albums, with the Clash and the Damned and stuff like that. But to tell the truth, what I remember the most, what really got me into it, that was the opening of Nevermind the Bollocks with the marching feet.
Holidays in the Sun.
Yes. Yeah. And I just still remember just listening to the marching feet and what the fuck is this? And then I was like, yeah. So yeah, I could talk for hours about Pistols alone.
Yeah, but, you know, after we're done here, we should listen to some Pistols and talk about it.
I would love it.
Awesome.
And the thing about Nevermind the Bollocks is that the production.
I also want to say that the sound is fucking amazing.
It's still valid today.
It's fresh.
Yes.
It's punchy.
Yes.
Full.
Yeah.
But hey, he dubbed guitars from here to the North Pole. You know.
I know. I know. But still, but still, the sound, the whole production is still. It's still something that's. Could be put in a school book about how to produce rock and roll.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Especially when you listen to all the shit stuff coming from the 80s.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that was
it's a more
horrible decade when it comes to sound engineering.
Yeah. It's all about the hairspray.
Yeah.
It got into the knobs.
Yeah.
You know?
And the fucking snare drums of the 80s. Oh, God.
I have to be honest. I like that gated sound sometimes when it works with the song, you know. But not everywhere.
No.
You know?
I'm like, but I liked it then.
Sure. I suppose your hair was like that too.
Yeah, well, not really. Well, I had curly hair, and I had more hair than I am now. But it was okay, a little bit curly.
There you go, Shirley Temple.
No. Next, please.
Yeah, sure. Your uncle came back. You got to listen to those albums.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, I recorded it on tapes.
Yeah.
Cassette tapes, and I played it for my friends, and they were like, "What is this? What is this?" So we started to become a little small group of friends playing punk, and also, like I said, it started with like when Ace of Spades came out.
Oh.
That's
another one.
Yeah, but so we started listening to Motorhead, and of course Iron Maiden when they were a little bit later, but
with Paul Di'Anno still with Paul Di'Anno.
Yeah. And so we were very into that metal, but I kept my punk roots all the way. I think it's because of my uncle, because he kind of pushed it into my ears when I was 10 years old. It was kind of stuck there, So I always had that as my base,
But your uncle, what kind of guy was he? Was he acting out with the clothing and stuff?
No. He was
just a regular listener.
Yeah, he'd never be. He was never a punk or anything.
Or just
like
a
that.
music fan.
No, he was working in the military.
Okay.
Did that all his life.
Yeah.
He was, he was just an ordinary bloke.
Yeah.
But very much into Manchester United.
Football.
Yeah, well, I'm a Leeds United supporter, but I've never been like he was very into it, and also very into the Beatles.
Yeah.
Which he also taught me to like when I was even younger than that.
Yeah.
And then he was a collector of Beatles. Beatles memorabilia and Beatles records and stuff like that. He also collected Ramones memorabilia.
Oh.
Yeah. He was a huge Ramones fan.
Love the Ramones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it was, and he took me to and of course Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Obligatory ones.
Yeah. And he took me. I'll never forget that. I don't remember which year, but I was in my teens, like 16 or something like that. 16, 17. He took me to. He bought 2 tickets for to see Black Sabbath live. With Ian Gillan on vocals.
1983.
1983.
That's the nerd in me. Born again.
Yeah, born again.
Yep.
I was 16 then.
The red baby.
Yeah. And I was like, first off, to go with my uncle to a Black Sabbath show was amazing. And then Ian Gillan doing Black Sabbath songs.
Yep.
It was amazing as well.
Was it a good show?
Oh, fucking hell. I thought it blew my mind.
Drammenshallen?
Yeah. It really blew my mind.
Who was opening?
Oh, who the fuck was opening? I was so into that I was going to see Black Sabbath, I don't remember. Could it have been... Pretty Maids or something? No.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember.
They're Danish or Swedes?
Swedes.
Yeah, that's
no. True. Wait. Pretty Maids. I don't think they're from Denmark.
I think so.
Yeah, from Denmark. I know I've seen Pretty Maids as a support act to some bands in Drammenshallen, but it might have been Iron Maiden. It might have been Dio. It might. I don't remember.
Let's say it was Pretty Maids.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the Black Sabbath show, did they bring the Stonehenge stuff?
Yeah.
You know, that's historical stuff. You know, Spinal Tap run from that.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. But I mean, I was 16. It was so strong.
Yeah.
and I was like, seeing Black Sabbath was great, but also seeing at the same time Ian Gillan from Deep Purple. You know, it was double to me.
I know that they even played Smoke on the Water, right?
They did. I remember that.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I met a lot of people after the show that said it was sacrilege. Yeah. And I was like, fuck you. It was great.
But you know how it is, Deep Purple versus Black Sabbath.
Yeah, but then
how
again,
it is.
I mean...
Kiss versus AC/DC.
Just imagine. I'm just trying to describe how I felt.
Yeah.
Because just imagine the heavy guitars of Tony Iommi.
Playing Zero the Hero in
but
Drammen.
But the heavy guitars and the heavy drums, the whole package of Black Sabbath, heaviness, playing Smoke on the Water in that manner.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I never heard Smoke on the Water as heavy as that any time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I loved it.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's the... yeah, probably sacrilege that as well, but it's probably the best Smoke on the Water version I heard.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, shit, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, I loved it. But people were, oh, no, sacrilege. Yeah, fuck that.
But just out of curiosity, was it a well-attended show?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was packed.
Okay.
It was packed.
What is a packed Drammenshallen?
Don't ask me.
5,000? 3,000?
Yeah, 3, 4, 5,000.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Never
not
been
sure.
there.
No, it was quite a few great shows there in the 80s.
Yeah, I think when they built the Spectrum in around 90 or something, they just automatically moved everything up there.
Yeah, they tried something else as well. They tried Chess Mahon. I went there to see Metallica.
Yeah, in 86.
The second last show with Cliff Burton.
Yeah. We need to touch upon that. That's an important one.
Yeah, indeed.
Did it make an impact on you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was, at that time, I was very into Metallica.
As you should.
Mostly because of Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
Because that's, you know, and...
Punk and metal.
Yeah, exactly. And I always, I mean, it was something about Cliff Burton that got into me in a positive way.
Yep.
It was something about him. I really don't know why, but there's something about his personality, something about his way of playing, something about, that I felt connected with in some way. He just, to me as a kid, he just
he flew his own flag.
Yeah, and he was. He struck me like a really nice,
sympathetic,
decent bloke,
sympathetic guy.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I was like, suddenly I was lucky to see them live, and then like just 2 days later, he's dead.
Yeah.
And yeah, being a teenager, of course, it gets into you. I mean, yeah, it was hard. Of course, I didn't know him personally, but
he is close to you in a way.
He is close to me because at that time I was also a bass player.
Okay.
Yeah. And I played. I was a bass player, and I kind of related to him in some way. So yeah, it was a hard blow for me at that time, you know. Because I don't know. He always struck me as the nicest person in Metallica.
Yeah, I think he was actually. I heard that Kirk Hammett is kind of nice too, though.
Yeah. He's a bit shy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like in the background, you know? Just whacking the guitar, you know. and I have respect for James Hetfield. He's a well-spoken guy.
Yeah, I respect them
And
all.
Lars Ulrich has
I respect
done...
them all. I mean, I can't say it. I don't know them, so I can't say anything bad about them either. But I can say something bad about Saint Anger record. But,
you don't like the sound of it.
No, I think it sucks. But that, you know.
But it needs to be mentioned. Look at Lars Ulrich now, later years.
Yeah.
He has actually picked up small unknown bands and put them on as support from Metallica and build their careers.
And it's great.
One of the bands is from this town here.
Yeah.
The drummer in the last band that warmed up for them, you know, Bo Kassa, I heard about those?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Olav is from Halden.
Yeah.
Fucking Metallica broke that band. Exactly. Now they're all over the place.
Yeah, I know.
They Kvelertak.
I know. And people are talking so much shit about him being like that, and he's a bad drummer, and he's blah, 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 blah. I mean, okay, he's probably not the best drummer in the world, but who is?
But he does his job.
He does his job. And then again, he's also... you have to recognize his...
you can hear it's him.
Yeah.
When he's playing.
And he did something. He revolutionized breaks.
Yeah.
With like extending breaks into the next round and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can't take that away from him.
No, and it works. You can listen to the albums without being annoyed.
It works. So yeah. I mean, I don't dislike any of them. The thing about me and Metallica is that it suddenly became irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
And so
that's fair. That's taste.
And that's probably the worst I can say about them. It just became irrelevant to me.
Yes.
But
that doesn't attack them at all. It's only your opinion.
Why should I?
No, it's your taste.
I know they've done something great musically, and they also, like you said, they Lars and also they have always had some kind of, well, probably this Napster's thing didn't work out quite well.
But I think that was a forewarning for what happened. Yes. Look at us now and our income.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
He was standing up for us.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't agree with everything everybody does.
He had a voice and he chose to be heard, and respect him for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I have utmost respect for that band and all the people. Like I told you, it's not relevant to me anymore. No. But I have the utmost respect.
But back to the Saint Anger comment.
Yeah.
I have actually heard some of those tracks live, out of context of the album.
Yeah.
They're great songs. They sound good.
Probably.
Outside of that mix.
Probably, but that's the problem. That's the whole problem, because they're probably great songs.
Yep.
But...
Are you thinking about that snare?
Yeah.
Kum.
I mean, they're probably great songs, but it doesn't... I mean, the only thing I'm thinking about when I listen to it, what the fuck is that snare for? I mean, that's the only thing that comes when I listen to it. It's snares. Yeah. It's just as a fucking cowbell with from Saturday Night Live and Blue Oyster Cult.
It's a
more
strange
cowbell.
More snare.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a strange choice.
I love that sketch, by the way.
Yeah.
But then again, I fucking can't listen to Don't Fear the Reaper anymore. I can't enjoy it because
you only hear the It's a great song.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, talking about destroying a great song.
Poor Blue Oyster.
Yeah, I mean...
Poor Blue Oyster.
I love that band.
Great.
Yeah. I really love that
Godzilla.
Yeah,
that's my jam.
Yeah.
Let's get back to, you mentioned you played bass there for a while.
Yeah, I did.
How did you get into the practical music part?
In fact, I started playing in a band when I was 9 years old.
That's early.
That's early. We were 4 friends in a neighborhood. We were like 9 and 10. And we needed to. We wanted to start a band, and so we played some Beatles covers and Lillebjørn Nilsen.
Ja.
Det var en gang et troll. Et lite rocketroll. Og Barn av regnbuen. Yes, and some Beatles songs. It was me on acoustic guitar.
Ja.
We were three of us. We had acoustic guitars, and the drummer, he played on buckets, plastic buckets.
As we do.
Yeah.
Been there.
And
you should have seen the lids for my mom's casseroles.
Yeah.
They didn't fit after a while. I hang them up,
Yeah.
in stands from threads and hit the edge.
Yeah. But we actually did a concert.
With that kind of setting?
Yeah. At our school. So that we call ourselves the Nothing Band.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah, it's a good name. Still is. I think the Nothing Band is. Yeah, it's a good name for kids 9, 10 years old. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
Weren't any bass. It was just 3 acoustic guitars. But to that concert, one of the guitarists, he had an older brother who played in a band.
Yeah.
So he had an electric guitar. So he borrowed that electric guitar. So two acoustic guitars, 1 electric guitar, and buckets, plastic buckets. That was my first band, and but it didn't get much. It was just something we did at that time. But when I started at high school,
Yeah.
I wanted to be a vocalist as well, and then I just discovered Motorhead,
Yeah.
and I was like, Lemmy was my god at that time. So
Still is mine.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. So I was like, playing bass and do the vocals. Felt natural for me.
So then you basically started with the raspy vocals early on then, because Lemmy is really raspy.
Yeah.
The guttural kind of.
Yeah. I can't deny that.
No?
Yeah.
Great.
I picked a lot of my vocal technique from Lemmy.
Yep.
Actually, I remember because I kind of do more or less the same with my punk band. With Order and black metal is different kind of singing, but with Cockroach Clan, I'm still doing the same technique.
Yep.
Which I kind of listened myself through to find out how Lemmy did it, and I still do. Now I'm 54.
Yep.
And I remember when I was like, 17, 18, something like that. Some vocal singing teacher came to me and said, you're doing it all wrong. You're going to lose your voice in just a couple of years if you keep on doing like that.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. I'm still here. Still doing the same thing.
Never went to a song pedagogue.
so yeah. That's so. Yeah. Of course, I never done anything correctly according to how it's supposed to be.
No.
But you don't achieve much if you do everything by the book.
I suppose it's about stamina. If you do like operatic stuff with your clean voice,
that's
where you need the practice and exercises.
But yes, of course, and I understand that. But the thing is that what I'm saying is that if you're going to achieve something unique, you can't just lean on the rules.
No.
You have to break the rules to in order to achieve something more than just.
Do you want to become a standard?
Exactly. I never wanted to be a standard. I never felt standard.
There you go. There you go.
No, but it's probably not deliberately either. It's just kind of my personality.
No, but that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. You probably know exactly the same thing.
Yep. I sound like me, I hope.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you do. But not only musically, but how you do things, how you approach things.
So the choices you make, everything.
Choices you make, you know. And,
that's the funny thing about, you know, these days, like Mork, we have gained ourselves a name now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you poke your head out there, everyone will see you, you know. And there will be people who are not as into it as others.
Yep.
And when people are starting to point fingers and say that you're not this and not that, you know?
Yep.
I don't know, man. That's a strange thing. People that don't know you kind of judge you and say that you're not true.
Yeah, I know.
You know? They have no idea about what goes on in my noggin.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. But then I'm like, I have a reply to that. It said, okay, if that's not good enough for you, do it yourself.
Yeah. You
know, and that's the whole. And then we're back to punk, because that's the whole punk ethos. Mm-hmm. Do it yourself.
Yep.
That's kind of the subtitle to punk. That's do it yourself.
It is.
That's the whole idea behind it.
No schooling, just
do it yourself.
Guts.
Yeah. If you don't like something, if there's something about, be it society or be it the music scene or whatever, and you don't like what you hear, you don't like what you see.
But that's okay. But
that's
shut
okay.
The fuck
but
up.
Shut the fuck up. But even better, do something.
Yeah, try to outdo it instead.
Do something.
Yeah, outdo it.
Yeah. And if you're not able to do it, if you're not able to, well, fuck off then.
Yeah. Thank you, Billy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't care. People can. I hear all the time people telling me that you're shit. Your music is shit. You just don't. You don't sing good. You do this. Okay.
Fine.
So what?
Yeah.
So fucking what?
Does your opinion really matter? You know?
No. I mean, that's perfectly all right with me.
Yeah. The same here.
And people are trying to, because I'm quite outspoken on different social medias every now and then, and you get some enemies.
Yep.
Being outspoken.
Yep.
And
you don't have to be outspoken. You get enemies anyway.
I know.
Just by being visible.
Just by
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I know. But what really amuses me, in fact, really fucking amuses me, is when people are okay. Let's say it's a political issue, for example. which I'm discussing on Facebook or something like that. And people are responding to me with, you're ugly, you're fat, your music sucks.
Yeah.
I have won.
Yep.
You know, I have won.
Yeah, you got the attention.
Yeah, exactly. I got their attention, and they can't point. They're just smearing something. Okay, I'm strong enough to. I can bear that some perfect strangers thinks I'm fat. Okay, so what? And and my music sucks. Yeah, it does to you.
Yeah, but the funny
Who
thing.
cares?
Yeah, but the funny thing that I'm continuously thinking about is that if the art you created was actually shit, if it was bad, then those people wouldn't bother.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They wouldn't bother.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. So they're like,
it's a threat.
yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, exactly. And I find it amusing. That's probably probably some. I don't know if it's masochistic or if it's just plain. I don't know. But when people try to smear me like that, I find it amusing.
Yeah.
I'm not even angry about it. You know, I'm just like, I laugh in the face.
Yeah.
You know, I just laugh in the face because no, it's just
Just by being you, you're pissing off some asshole somewhere. You know.
Then I achieved something.
Yeah. Thanks for the promotion.
Yeah. Thanks for the promotion.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh shit! Let's go back into the old days.
Yeah. Then I started band. I played bass and did the songs.
Yep.
With some lineup changes, but the guitarists and me, we played together for years. So that's kind of the formative years as a musician.
Okay.
Hans played the guitar, and we started with I don't remember the first name. We had different names over small, short period of time. It was like Hell's Devils, and it was now that.
So this was like hard rock stuff.
Yeah, and a little bit punk.
Yeah.
A little bit punk, a little bit, like very Motörhead.
Motörhead.
Very Motörhead.
Yeah.
Hell's Devils, I think we call that Dr. Devil, and things that, we didn't like it. Very teenage thing. And then we, and the Crashers, that's actually a name I liked.
Which one?
The Crashers.
The Crushers?
Crashers. Crash. But then again, it was like being Norwegian and trying to pronounce that name wasn't that easy, so we had to quit that name as well. and then it became Black Spite.
Yeah, Black Spite.
Black Spite.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good name.
It's a good punk name.
Yeah, and that was the same band I play. The same band. It's the same band, but that was the name I had with the band together with Hans.
Yeah.
At the same time that I was playing with Mayhem.
Okay.
Yeah. I started doing the vocals for Mayhem in 1984.
We need to get into that, obviously.
Yeah.
The listeners are really black metal interested.
I know. So of course we'll come back to that. But that started in '84.
Yep.
And at that time I had the band Black Spite.
Yep.
And that band became Maverick. Mm-hmm. But then it sounded a little bit too country and western.
That was the third thing I thought about.
Well, I mean, the whole idea about it, Maverick is a kind of outcast. It's it's a
sure.
so yeah, but
Outlaw,
then again,
whatever.
outlaw, something like that. But yeah, it didn't fit well to our music, and it became more and more aggressive and more hardcore punk, because I was always into punk before that, but it was like Motorhead meets Sex Pistols, something like that. But now it was I had already been with the Mayhem, and I was getting more and more into hardcore punk, you know. So the band was getting more aggressive in that manner, you know. So that's when we changed the name to changed drummers all the time. We got another drummer, and we changed the name to Within Range.
Within Range?
Yes. And that's... we released 2 albums, went on 4 different European tours. It was a band that really made... that was my main band.
In the 80s?
No, this was 89.
You went on a tour?
Yeah, 89 and 90 and 91.
Wow.
We were on European tours.
DIY tours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Indeed. Yeah, it was... we were a part of the so-called anarchist youth movement, Blitz.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of international connections there all over Europe. And so we played...
Then you like stayed at squats and stuff?
Yes, we stayed at squats.
Yeah.
And we played at squats. And
wow, I didn't know.
And released 2 albums. Both of them were played in a squat. Were recorded in the squats in Amsterdam.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, that was when things started. When we kind of went from a local band to become more of a band that had something to do with more international.
Yeah, and something to say, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
But how was... Okay, you're running away here.
Yeah.
I suppose you did some gigs before those touring stuff, right?
Yeah. No, we were looking for a drummer, and we found this drummer, and he used to be a guitarist in a Norwegian hardcore punk band called Kafka Process. You probably heard about. And he had the connections with that scene. So when he started playing drums with us, we got quite a few gigs, like in Oslo, Blitz, in Trondheim at Uffa, places like that. And the ball started rolling. And we were lucky because there were some other bands just before us, Norwegian bands just before us that had started the whole touring business in Europe.
Okay.
Like
the
bands,
network kind of thing.
Yeah, the networking. Bands like So Much Hate, Stengte Dører, Life Without to Live It, bands like that. And we were like following in their footsteps.
Okay.
Sort of.
They kind of paved the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been all over Europe with those bands. Came back with scabies and fleas, but
That's how it is.
yeah,
That's punk, man.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was a really great time of
Like
my
a
life.
van ride or a train stuff, a bus? What did you
No,
do?
we had a van.
A van.
We had a a van. It wasn't really that good. Well, we had to stop, and so many stories. Went to Poland. It was a Chevy van, actually.
Yeah.
And we went to Poland, a tour in Poland together with the English crust-punk band Disorder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we went to Poland, and that was in '91, I think. It was right after the fall of communism.
Yeah.
So Poland was like, kind of in between something, and it was very strange going there because people had still had the mindsets about living under oppression, you know.
Yeah. But they were hungry for live music and
Yeah,
stuff,
they were hungry for
I suppose.
live music,
Yeah.
but then again, it was like, I don't know. It was very strange, and very hard. In fact, it wasn't easy to do it because there were so many things happening. But then again, I'll never forget it because touring in Poland in 1991 as a punk band. We met quite a lot of shitty things.
But did they try to like sabotage you and stuff, or?
Well, we got attacked by neo-Nazis in Warsaw.
Oh wow! Yeah.
They threw tear gas inside the venue, and and it was a huge fight and stuff like that, which I'd never understood. I mean, look at Poland's history, and suddenly Polish Nazis.
Hey, I heard stranger things.
I mean, okay, but I don't get it. But they were trying to get us. Problem was that I don't think they realized how big Disorder was, because they were so fucking outnumbered, the Nazis.
By the punks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
By the crowd.
Yeah. Good.
So, yeah, they got the good beating.
Good to hear.
Yeah, fucking deserved it. But yeah, and corrupt police, that was... we crashed the van inside Poland.
Yeah.
And at that time, I don't know how it is in Poland now, but at that time it was, like in 91, it was like I mean, in Norway, it's like if you crash a car, well, not as we did there, not very serious, but serious enough. Yeah, but you still write this form to the.
And there's paperwork.
Paperwork to the insurance company between you and the other person you crashed with.
Yeah,
and that's it. What happened in Poland was like, no, we need to wait for the police. Police need to fill those papers out.
Yeah.
Okay. So we waited for hours and hours and hours and hours. I mean, this was before anyone had any
cell phones.
So somebody had to run over a field to a house and call the police there, and could you come and stuff like that. And is anybody injured? No. Is anybody dead? No. Okay, we'll come. We're coming, and it took hours.
Yeah.
And when they came, the first thing they saw was Tough, singer and bass player in Disorder. With the Mohawk.
Yeah.
And this was, like I said, in 91. It was, and they just looked at us and the rest of us, and they looked at the license plate, Norwegian van, and they looked at this bloke who had crashed into us. It was actually him crashing into us, and he was an old Polish man. And he was polite enough. He couldn't speak any word of English, but we managed. And he was so sorry, and probably was a bit scared as well. But it was no problem for him that he admitted, yeah, it's my fault, you know. But the police said, no, it's your fault. And we said, well, it's our fault. Yeah, it's your fault. Why? Well, you come from the West, and you're here for our money, and besides, you look strange.
At least they're honest about it.
Yeah, they were honest about it. So, and that's what I mean. I've been I've been around.
Yeah,
and
apparently,
corrupt police is nothing new.
No,
but this was new. Being honest about it.
Yep,
that was new. Normally it was like, we would be like, yeah, maybe we could find a solution, something like that.
Yeah,
but it's your fault because you're from the West and you're after our money, and
you have mohawks.
You look strange. And well, it's not our fault. He's admitting it's his fault. It doesn't matter. It's your fault.
No.
But we can fill out the papers.
Yeah.
If you give us dollars.
American dollars.
Yes.
Oh.
Give us dollars and we fill out. And we were like, hey, we just came out from the ferry. We go into our first gig in Poland.
Yeah.
And we crashed. We're punks. We're broke. We don't have any money.
Yeah.
Well,
at least not dollars.
Yeah, at least not dollars. Yeah, and, well, that's your fault. So they refused to fill out the papers. Mm-hmm. And we had to drive to Warsaw with a crashed van.
Yeah.
Well, crashed. It was the side window was smashed in, and you know. It wasn't anything serious, but
the wheels were straight.
It wasn't anything bad, but the side window, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when we came to Warsaw, we were stopped by the Warsaw police.
Yeah.
And they said, you can't drive a crashed van in Poland. No, we know, but we're on our way to the Norwegian embassy to try to figure this out. Oh, well, why? Well, we crashed in Poland, we said. Okay, if you crashed in Poland, where's the papers?
Yeah.
And, well, some colleagues of yours refused to fill out the papers. You know, and they were like, okay, passports. So we had to give them our passports, and then they went on. You will have your passports back if you give us dollars. So they were just, okay, I'll give them that. They were honest.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. They didn't try to hide it in any way. It was plain open. Give us dollars and you get the passports back.
How did you manage?
Well, we were quite lucky because we had a meeting with our Polish tour manager in Warsaw. He was meeting us there, and that's when we were stopped. That was right outside of the train station in Warsaw, which we were supposed to be anyway, waiting for him. So when all this was going on, the Polish tour manager came.
Yeah.
And he asked, he understood what was going on.
Yeah.
So he just turned to the Polish police and asked them in Polish, in plain Polish, what's the problem? Oh, here's the passport. No problem. No problem. Oh, yeah. So yeah, it was kind of the Polish tour was shitty in so many ways, but still, I'll never forget it because the best thing about it is probably some of the best things, best people I met in my life. The people there, they were so hungry for music.
Yeah.
They were so nice. They had very little. And they shared everything. So, yeah. It's a lot of bad things happening there, which turned out to be good stories.
Yep. Of course.
But I remember the most the people.
Yeah.
The people of Poland in 1991, they were hungry for something new, something happening. And the hospitality, fuck, you know. I never experienced that in my life.
They took care of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. With the little they had.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I would do it again.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I really would do it again.
How was the gigs?
It was great. It was so many people. Not because of us.
No.
Not many people in Poland knew within range, but they knew Disorder.
Yeah.
But then we played in Oświęcim. That is the Polish name for Auschwitz.
Oh,
Yeah. So the town just outside of the
wow.
The concentration camp.
Yeah.
We played there, and that was it was a couple of thousand people there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was,
And they're proper venues with PAs and
yeah,
everything.
everything was great.
Okay.
Yeah, probably could have been better if you... But, I mean...
It's not proper DIY then. It's like...
yeah, it was in some way.
Yeah?
It was in some way, but the thing is that...
It worked. It worked.
Yeah, people were starving.
Yeah.
Starving for music, starving, you know. But we played there, and it was so great. The hospitality there was probably some of the best I ever met.
Do you have any footage from that period?
No, I don't think so.
A video or something? Would be amazing to see.
We might, but not that I know. But in Oświęcim we also yeah, like the Polish name for Auschwitz. It was we were talking about that there had been some neo-Nazis trying to make trouble, not only Warsaw but different other places as well. But they didn't manage. But we asked them, how is it there? And they said, there's one place in Poland where there are no Nazis at all. That's here. Because, yeah, for obvious reasons. For very obvious reasons.
Yeah.
They're not here. But it turned out we had a fucking great time. And it was very strange playing in just outside of a place where like the world's worst genocide happened, you know. It's a very, very strange feeling. But
did you go there?
No, because
didn't have the time.
We didn't have the time, except for Tough from Disorder, the singer and bassist in Disorder. He because we came late at night and we had to leave early in the morning.
Yeah.
But he insisted that he wanted to go to the camp.
Yeah.
But they said, well, you can't, it's closed, it's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to go anyway. So he brought him, and he had this bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
So he went there. He got somebody to drive him there or whatever, I don't know. But he went there and gave the guard, the security guy, you know,
The whiskey bottle.
the whiskey bottle, and said, I'm here only for this night. So he let him in, at least for probably not the whole. I think I believe
Just walked around, you know.
Yeah, and he came back where the after party was, pale as snow. Didn't say a word, and that was new for him.
Yeah.
Didn't say a fucking word. He was just sitting there it really went to him.
People say so. I have not been there, but,
I mean,
everyone tells me that.
imagine walking around at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, all alone in Auschwitz. Nobody else there. You're all by yourself walking around. Of course.
You and the ghosts.
And but he came and he said, well, it really got into him. But then again, he told us later on he was glad he did it.
Yep.
So yeah, but we didn't go because we didn't think he. We were thinking, oh, Tough is bringing his bottle of whiskey. He's not coming in. Nobody's letting him in. But they did. But yeah, it's a lot of things about Poland in '91. That was very strange. But fucking hell, what a great bunch of people.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. You still keep in touch?
No, it's too much water on the bridge. We didn't. This was long before internet. Long before, you know.
Yeah.
So
you have the memories.
And the memories. Yeah.
But when you did those tours in Europe, did you ever rub shoulders with any other well-known punk bands?
All the time. All the time, because we were playing at the same places.
Yeah.
So we met like UK Subs. We met Snuff, English punk band Snuff. We played several concerts together with. We did Spanish punks called Subterranean Kids. We did several gigs with a band from former Yugoslavia called Codidiote, we played together with. Some French blokes I don't remember the name of. Angelic Upstarts. From
and the American ones? American bands?
Not that we met, but that had played or was going to play. Like Poison ID.
Yeah.
The problem was that we didn't meet that many bands because they were either playing a few days ahead of us or a few days behind us, and we were all touring. But we met some of them. We crossed. We met, you know, every once in a while. And yeah, Angelic Upstarts, we didn't play together with them, but they were playing in Hamburg the day before we played there. And our driver, they needed someone to drive them to the airport to get back to England, and he said, "Yeah, I'll drive them," and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about this punk scene at that time. You know, everybody's into. We're all in the same boat.
Yep.
You know, and so yeah, those years really shaped me.
Yep.
Into who I am today. It shaped me before that, but those years shaped me knowing what it was all about in practice, practical things, you know, how it works. And I found the same thing with the metal scene.
Yep.
Exactly the same thing, you know. So that's why I've always been that's kind of my I won't call it a mission, but there's this thing I have that I always try to emphasize that we're all part of the same family. I don't care if you play extreme metal or you play punk or you play underground rap or whatever. We're part of the same subculture. Well, not probably the same subculture, but we're a part of a subculture that we... and it's the same mechanics. So why not embrace each other?
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of my thing.
You know, in what we do, it's kind of an image not to be for that. So I suppose people try to live up to it.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Then again, it's... yeah. I'm like I told you earlier, we all have aspects of ourselves. And sometimes we need to bring out those aspects, sometimes we need to bring out those aspects. But then again, it's you're still part of a subculture, and like living in Norway. How many people are we now? 5-point-something million? It's not much. And if you... we need each other.
Yep.
Especially now. When Thomas, we're a dying breed.
Yep.
We are.
I suppose.
We are a dying breed.
Cheers.
Cheers. But we need each other. Those subcultures really need each other. And then I have to say one of my favorite places ever in Norway was the legendary Elm Street Rock Club.
Yeah, I missed that one.
And I'll tell you why. Because there, it was a club. Yeah, you've probably been there several times yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
I miss it a lot.
yeah, me too. But the brilliant thing about Elm Street Rock Club was that it was a place for people into subcultures.
Yeah.
In plural, subcultures. And it wasn't like many other places. You have one place where the punks go, you have one place where the skins go, you have one place where the metalheads go, you have one place where the sleaze rockers go.
Everyone was welcome there.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody was going to Elm Street.
Yep.
And I never got that many friends from so many different kind of subcultures than I got at Elm Street. I was a skinhead, an anti-fascist skinhead, of course, but I was a skinhead. I still am. I was a skinhead, and I was sitting together with a trance sleaze rocker.
Yeah.
Singing and cheering and having a fucking great time.
Yep.
That's what Elm Street was about to me.
Yep.
You could meet anybody and you could become friends with anybody because everybody there felt they didn't belong other places. But here, at that place, they could be themselves. You know, and it didn't matter if you were a rockabilly bloke or whatever, or
Church
hippie or
church
something.
burner.
Yeah. Or church burner. Yeah, you understand me?
Yeah.
And that's what I loved about the place. And that was unique, not only for Norway, but in the world, I think.
Yeah.
It's unique. And unfortunately, that community kind of fragmented when Elm Street closed, because then people went back to their own little niche places.
Not just that, but about the time it closed around 2010
Yeah, it's
or
about
something.
10 years ago now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But the thing, now people are gathering in Facebook groups and forums,
Yeah.
and but it loses touch with the individuals and the face-to-face kind of thing.
Indeed.
And that's the sad part about internet. It's really practical.
Yeah.
By Googling good porn and good records and, buying guns or whatever you do.
Yeah.
But, hey, it takes away this we're doing right now.
Exactly. Anyway, it's Elm Street is that's the only place in my whole life, the only place I've been kicked out of because they were opening in half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, you need to leave. We're opening in half an hour.
We actually sat just beside each other there once. I remember that.
We did.
That was before we knew each other.
Yeah.
I think. What year did you went on stage with Mayhem at Inferno one year, and you were dressed like Clockwork Orange?
Yeah. Which year was that? I don't remember.
Maybe 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah, it must have been
something like that.
Oh, yeah.
You came. This was early in the evening or in the morning.
Yeah.
And you came in. I was sitting there, just me and maybe a couple more guys.
Yeah, and I came with my Clockwork Orange
Yes,
outfit.
you did. You had breakfast, and you look kind of beaten. I actually said hi to you the day before, but I suppose you drank that away.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but.
But back then you were the guy from the documentaries to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You were that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but because it took quite a few years for people to
Do you still have the costume, by the way?
Yeah.
The Clockwork one?
I still use it every once in a while.
You need to use it next time you come here.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, me too. It's one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I mentioned you did a guest appearance with Mayhem. And obviously you've been in Mayhem, a part of Mayhem.
Yeah.
Let's get back to that. Back to 1984.
Yeah, 1984.
What happened?
What happened?
What was the story, man?
Yeah, the story is it's quite funny. It was at the time when in Norway not many people were into Venom and bands like that. It was still, I mean, everything in Norway is, at least at that time, it was same with punk. It was 1 or 2 years later coming to Norway than the rest of Europe. And
How it is.
Yeah, how it is. And in 1984, not that many people were. Well, people were listening to Venom, and people were listening to the new satanic metal, But
it was somewhat of a trend, right?
yeah, but it was. We weren't that many.
No.
The thing is that I went to me and a friend, Jon Dyrevå. He's probably listening to this, Hallo, Dyre.
Hello. Halla.
Halla, Dyre.
Har du holdt den nå, vet du?
Ja. Halla, Dyre.
Sorry, guys. Carry on.
We were both into Venom.
Yeah.
Don't need to say the reason for that now, because I already covered how I was into everything that was edgy and aggressive and stuff like that.
But did you like find Venom like after Motorhead and like that way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. So it was available. It wasn't underground.
No, it was somebody at high school that played it for me. You have to listen. You like Motorhead and you like punk.
Yeah.
That's
the crossover.
You should listen to this.
Yep.
And Venom was punk, and it was metal.
Absolutely.
And it spoke to me.
It came naturally then.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I put on a Venom patch on my back, back of my denim vest.
Yeah.
Over a leather jacket, always, with a lot of spikes and it was a huge Venom patch on my back, and we went to Drammenshallen to watch Dio.
Yeah.
And me and Dyre, we're just walking outside, and suddenly we heard Venom. We heard behind us, and we turned around, and it was those two blokes who also had Venom patches on their backs.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we met the tribe, because it was only us.
Yep.
There were no one else there with the Venom badges. Patch.
Yeah, back patch.
Patch,
Yeah,
back patch,
sure.
Wow. And that was Øystein and Jørn.
Yeah.
Euronymous and Necro Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
Butcher. It was, and they just asked me, ask us, are any of you interested in singing in a band?
That was like an upfront question?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we were the first ones they met with the same back patch as they.
Wow.
So they asked us, any of you, and I said, yeah, I am a vocalist. Oh, do you want to sing with a band? Sure. Of course.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. Yeah, well, and then it was like, okay, where do you live? Where do you, yeah, it was in Ski, and I lived in Lier at that time. Yeah, it was just on the other side of Oslo, yeah, because it was a bit far at that time, because you need to change trains, but you used it, and it wasn't any problem.
No?
So yeah, I did. And that's how it all started. And we practiced.
Was it at the school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in weekends. They practiced more than me.
Yeah.
Naturally.
But they had like a rehearsal place at the school, right?
No, not that time.
No.
At that time they found a rehearsal studio in which I call the Cellar of Pigs.
Oh, okay.
In Vevelstad, in Langhus.
Mm.
It was
Pig pen.
Yeah, it was an old barn.
Yeah.
And in the cellar, it used to be where the pigs were living.
Yep.
That was where the rehearsal studio was. It was actually. It was several bands
sharing it.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I call it the Cellar of Pigs. It suits the band, suits Mayhem.
Sure.
We started in the Cellar of Pigs. But yeah, and it lasted for 2 years. I had to quit. Well, we did only one gig, official gig.
That was the UKM one?
Yes,
Yes.
it was called Follorukken.
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah, and it's a video of it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I look stupid, and
You look kind of 80s.
Yeah, I look stupid.
But you're so...
I don't remember the lyrics, so I just make up words.
You did Celtic Frost, right?
Yeah, and Venom and stuff like that, and I didn't remember the lyrics, so I just made up words, and you know.
You said Procreation of the Wicked.
Yeah.
That does it, man.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very innocent.
Yeah.
It was very innocent, but then again, it was crucial.
But was that long after you started jamming with them? Was that like for that was 86, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a long time after you began in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my memory is a bit faded from so.
That's a famous one. That footage. Everyone has seen that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I remember it, and the thing was that we had. I mean that concert. It was a part of a competition.
Yep.
For bands in the region and the winner or the first and second or something like that. Yeah,
finals.
would go to the semi-final and the finals for the whole
Country.
whole country and stuff like that.
I've been to plenty of those.
Yeah, and I've never been a fan of competing with music.
No. But UKM actually is a good springboard.
It is.
Yeah, it was to us.
Yeah.
My previous bands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know. And UKM is, I even been a judge.
Me too. Once.
Yeah. I mean, twice.
But did you guys win?
No, that's the fun part of it. Because we thought the whole competition thing was stupid.
Yeah.
And but we wanted to play. We wanted to show what we were all about. And we also very eager that, yes, we're gonna show them some fucking noise. We're gonna show them something they probably will think is fucking bad and awful. That was our intention. It was intended to be, well, we didn't play badly or anything like that, but we knew that our music and how we did it, it didn't, at that time, it was extreme.
Yep, absolutely.
So it was our intention. Then, if you've seen the video footage, you can hear me actually say in Norwegian that if this is the worst you ever heard, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. That's a good line.
Yeah. Yeah, it was our intention. And what happened was that we came last.
Yeah.
Which also was kind of intended. We came last.
Yeah.
But among those bands playing at that night, I don't recall any of the other bands.
No.
Not even the one that won.
No.
I have no idea who they were. And nobody else does either.
Yep.
We came last. Look at Mayhem today.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
It's Norwegian culture history now.
Yeah. But yeah, we did that one gig. We also had kind of private gigs in The rehearsal studio.
Okay.
Yeah, because people came. People couldn't. We attracted lots of outcasts from here and there. We did.
So strangers came to the rehearsal place?
Well, you probably needed to know somebody who knew, but it was always people there.
Yeah, when you rehearsed.
Yeah.
Huh?
A lot of people I never met, and I don't remember who was or anything like that. But you know, it's, yeah, we attracted some vagrants.
I suppose.
Yeah. So from here and there, people came, and so yeah, we did some other kind of so-called gigs, but it wasn't gigs. It was just rehearsal and people sitting there.
But I have to ask you the question.
Yeah.
When you were standing there in the rehearsal room,
Yeah.
and those songs was made and created, did you like pick up on that? Did you feel anything particular?
Yeah.
Did you feel that something was going on?
Yeah. Yes. Most definitely. It's a good question because I haven't thought about that, so I just needed to. But yes, no, that's I don't know why, but
It's kind of like ground zero, you know.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'm not taking it too serious. I don't know. Yeah, I do. Of course, I'm very proud of my past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud of what we did. Yes, it was a feeling that you could not find along the road, if you know what I mean. It was because it was ugly. It was dirty. It was
different.
Aggressive. It was, but still, it was something that touched us all, in a way.
But I suppose is most of the riffs Øystein's? Most of them. Most of the riffs were they Øystein's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how did that happen? Did he like show up at rehearsal one day and with a new riff, or did he come up with stuff during rehearsal?
Well,
together with you guys.
I'm probably not the best person to ask about that because I wasn't there that often.
Okay. Yeah,
They were rehearsing without me several times a week.
Okay.
And because I lived far away,
Yep.
I came in the weekends
Yep.
and when it suited. So they had the songs. When I came, they kind of had the songs.
So how often did they get together during the week?
Probably. You probably need to ask Jørn or Mannheim about that. But I would guess 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Yeah, then it will get a lot of job done.
Yeah, they were into it.
Yep.
They were dedicated.
Yeah.
Really fucking dedicated. So yeah.
So songs took shape quickly then.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I came, and I always felt that they were ahead of me because obvious reasons.
Yeah, sure.
And that's probably the reason, one of the reasons I quit as well.
Yeah.
Because
you were left behind.
Yeah, I felt kind of that. I was kind of, and it wasn't their fault; it was my fault.
It's geography's fault.
Yeah, geography's fault.
Yeah.
And then I was moving to Lillehammer, which is even further away.
In the same period?
Yeah, I was moving to Lillehammer in 1986. That's when I quit.
Okay.
Because it was already a problem for me. Probably not for... I don't know about Mayhem because they
never mentioned it.
No, they didn't.
They didn't need you in the other rehearsals.
They knew how it was.
Yeah.
They knew where I lived. They knew, you know.
Yeah.
So
you're not a magician. So
it was. I truly cannot remember any time we had an argument.
No.
Maybe it's my bad memory, but I truly cannot remember any argument
No.
during the time, at least not about me and where I lived, how often I could come. I can't remember we had any arguments about that.
No. You showed up once a week.
Yeah,
Yep.
about.
Yeah, that's quite regular. So,
Yeah. But then I was moving to Lillehammer, which is even further away.
Yep.
And I had, like I told you, the other band, which was called Black Spite, which turned into Within Range, and I had to make a pick.
Yeah.
Because that was also a band in Asker, and for me moving to Lillehammer, I couldn't have two bands
No.
in down here.
Yeah.
It wasn't possible.
No.
So I had to pick, and because Hans, the guitarist within my band Black Spite, Within Range, we had been playing since 13 years of age.
Yeah, he was your buddy.
He was my brother.
Yep.
Musically and everything else as well. So of course, I stick to him. I stick to our band.
Yeah.
So I told him that I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore.
But was Sven Erik already in the picture then?
No,
So the recording bit comes later.
exactly.
Aha. But another question, sorry to break you
Yeah.
off. Did you write the words for anything during the rehearsals and that period, those 2 years you were in there?
No, didn't write anything else.
No?
No. I felt, this is might be, this. I haven't talked about that before, but thinking back, I thought probably that because I couldn't go to the rehearsals that often and stuff like that I kind of felt I wasn't good enough.
Oh.
In a way. I never talked about this before because I never kind of thought about it that much. But yeah, I think something there because
You didn't feel you have anything?
because I remember I felt bad about not being able to show up as often as the others.
Yep.
And I felt bad about that, but they didn't complain, but I was harsh on myself.
You feel it. You know?
Yeah. And so yeah. And also I had this other band, stuff like that, so I kind of felt that
And in that band you were writing lyrics, right?
Yes.
You were contributing.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not good enough for this.
Yeah.
Probably. I haven't thought about it before, so I'm just like, asking myself questions now.
Yeah, sure.
Just philosophizing about it, you know. But I think that's probably right. So, and that's why when I had to quit one of the bands, it was.
You know, and back then Mayhem wasn't anything. It wasn't
It
anything. Hadn't become anything yet.
No.
So it's not a big loss for you.
No.
Back then.
Back then, no.
No. It's no question why you chose the other band.
No, because we
went back.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking about success more than convenience.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what is possible, and I didn't want to lose the friendship with my guitarist, which is my brother.
Yeah.
You know, and Yeah, but I felt bad about it.
Yeah.
And they were sad. They didn't like it because they liked me having a singer as a singer, but it was never any big turmoil about it. It was just it is how it is.
Yeah.
So they just moved on.
Yeah.
Which I was glad about. But suddenly they phoned me up and said, "Hey, Billy, we know you quit the band, but we're in studio recording our first record. And we need you."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, yeah, you got your new singer. Yeah, but we want to bring you in as well, just, you know." And I said, "Yeah, sure, of course." And that's a great thing about me and Mayhem, that it was never any bad blood.
Obviously not.
No, and that's what, because of course I read people spreading rumors here and there. People are telling me. The funny thing is, people telling me about how I was sacked from Mayhem and things like that. And I'm like, okay, do you know that? Yeah, yeah, but that's how it is. I just find it funny. But
there's a lot of experts.
Oh yeah, indeed. But it was never any bad blood. It was just it is how it is.
Yeah,
you know. And
sure.
And we kept in touch. We were still good friends.
Yeah.
And then they phoned me up. "We need you. We want you to do a couple of songs in studio." And of course, why should I say no? Why should I say no?
Yeah.
There's no reason for it. And to me, it was an honor, because I had quit. It was a nice gesture from them.
Of course.
And I have to respect that.
It's not something you expect.
No. So I had to respect that, and I'm so glad they gave me that chance to do it. So yeah, that's basically my time in Mayhem.
We need to talk about the recording. What happened? Tell me about the recording of Death Crush.
Yeah, I went to studio. I was there. More than just I was there.
How was it?
Yeah, we had a great time. But
did you meet Svein Erik there in the studio?
I hadn't met him.
First time?
I hadn't met him before.
No.
Not that I can recall.
So he has been in since right after you moved, then, I suppose. So they rehearsed a bit with him, and then went to studio.
Yeah. So I met him there, and he started singing, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" Because I had never, ever heard anything like that before in my life. It sounded like a squealing pig.
Yep.
And it was like, wow. First I was like, fucking hell. What the fuck is this? And then it was like, okay, this is actually genius. But first I was, my first reaction was like, fucking hell, this is, what the hell?
Far out.
Yeah, what? But then it got into me a little bit more, and I was like, it's actually genius. It's because this is something no one done before ever, and this is ugly, and it's supposed to be ugly. This is and so yeah, I ended up, and I had so much respect for him at that time, and then he told me many years later, that he was so nervous when I came to studio. He was like replacing me, and I was sitting in studio, and he was supposed to do and he was so nervous.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I didn't think about it that way.
But you're the original singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Yeah. So yeah, he told me that he was so nervous. I never thought about that, but yeah. No, it was. But we had a great time. I know it was. The guy in the studio, the man who had the studio, there was something wrong with the booking, so he thought Mayhem was a reggae band.
Oh yeah. Wow.
he had like these days I'm having a reggae band in studio, and
Yeah, man.
yeah.
One love.
Imagine necrolust in reggae down there.
We should do one of those.
Yeah. No, it was great, and like I said, I'm very grateful that they asked me to come. It was a great time.
How long did you spend in the studio with them then?
Yeah, a couple of days.
Like a weekend kind of thing?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. It's a long time ago.
But when they were done, it was like, okay, thanks, bygones. Then you went home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah.
Well, we kept in touch. Of course we kept in touch. It was long before internet.
You were phoning, I suppose.
Yeah, we were phoning. It was long before internet and long before cell phones. Yeah. So we were phoning every now and then and writing letters, actually.
Yeah.
Øystein was very good in writing letters.
Yeah.
He was he wrote letters all the time to all around the world. So I wrote some letters with him. Letters I'm not going to show anybody.
That's private ones.
That's private ones.
Yeah, sure.
People have asked me. That's why I'm saying it. People have asked me, what do you do? No. Some things are private.
Of course. Yeah. But I understand why people want it, you know.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
Yeah. Bloody bastard.
Yeah. No, I don't care. I'm not telling people about personal things Øystein and me was talking about.
No, why should you?
No, but some people think they are entitled to.
Yeah, I know. But people seem to own this history, you know.
Yeah.
You know this.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people. Well, probably not knowing, but I met a lot of people who. Well, the thing is that I don't flaunt. I don't go around bragging about I know this because I am. You know, I don't care about that. This
is something I the first time we met for reals and got to know each other. That's something I noticed at once. You're not that guy.
No.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, because everybody's got their own story. And the thing about Mayhem, and also the time I spent with Mayhem, it's become a story that belongs to a lot of people.
Yep.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been a fool if I would complain about that, because that's why Mayhem became. That's part of being.
It's history now.
Yeah, it's history. So yeah, I have total respect for that.
I suppose you have some kind of obligations to that. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, I have, and it's no problem. But so I'm not the one who's going around. Oh, you're wrong. I'm right. You're wrong. No, because I don't. First of all, I don't care.
Yeah. No.
Second of all, like I said, this it's a story that's out there, and it's a lot of different versions of the story, but it's out there. It's not a story. It's not my story anymore.
No.
It's not. You understand me? It's somebody else's story, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
However, some things are private.
Yep.
And I keep those private things to myself.
And then people want it even more.
Yeah.
You know?
They can nag, and they can ask. But that's not my problem.
No. How long did it take until the record was out and you got your copy and got to hear the result of this?
I don't remember how long. Like I said, I don't have that great memory about numbers and years or months or.
No, but to the point then, how did you experience it when you first got it and heard it?
It was. Am I on this?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that was my first. I asked myself, "Am I on this?"
Yeah.
This is brutal. Am I doing this?
Yep.
Wow. I was stunned. In fact, I was stunned. And I've been proud ever since to be a part of it. They sent me the album. The first 1,000 copies were hand numbered. Were written by hand.
The pink ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was the first 1,000 copies.
But I'm kind of confused about that. Were there also cassette copies of that?
Yeah.
Well, that's the same recording, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't wait.
Also, the cassette came first.
Yeah.
And that was like homemade kind of thing by Øystein and Mannheim. And, Okay.
I don't have that one.
No? Oh, then I'm right then.
But that's what I heard.
Yep.
That a cassette came first.
Yep.
The same recording.
It's like the master tape kind of thing. Mass copy.
So what? I never heard it. I never had it, so I don't know much about it. It's something I just heard.
But it was made in-house then, within the band. They mass copied it.
Yeah.
Put it together.
Yeah.
It's not a bootleg thing.
Probably.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I really don't know. I never understood it either. But I guess it was probably due to they didn't feel they had the time to
recklessness.
Wait. Yeah.
Reckless youth.
Yeah, I didn't have the time to wait for the vinyl or something like that.
Sure thing.
But I don't know. But I didn't hear it until the album came.
And you got one in the mail?
EP, they sent it to me, and they asked me which number I wanted, because the first 1,000 copies were numbered by hand.
Yep.
And I said, well, which one is left? Of course, 1, 2, 3, and 4 was for them, and 5. I don't know which one. And I said, well, get me around now. So I'd like number 10, please.
Oh, I remember. I think after we played in Lillehammer once, you told me that got stolen.
Exactly.
He was looking for that
Exactly.
one. Now is a good platform to tell people.
Yeah,
if you come across number 10,
number 10,
it's Billy's copy.
number 10 of the Pink Death Crush. That's mine.
Yeah.
I got number 10. They sent it to me, and I put it. The thing is that I'm not the person who's. I don't put records or memorabilia or anything. I don't put it on the walls or anything.
No,
like that.
no.
I'm
You're not a collector.
No,
You
I'm
play
not.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And my Death Crush EP was just standing in my record collection, you know. So at some time, I mean, we some years ago we used to have some nightcaps in our basement where I had my vinyls.
Yeah.
We had some nightcaps after some shows at
After the club closed.
Or, yeah. Not that often, but every once in a while. But we never invited or never had strangers in there. It was only friends. And suddenly one day, and I didn't go through my record collection every time, so it was like, I don't know, but it was probably at one time we were looking for Death Crush EP, and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that's what I figured at some time.
Somebody took it.
Somebody has been through my, and it was normal that people went through my record collection because
That's something you do.
yes, and some people wanted to listen to this, some people wanted to listen to this. You know, that's how it is. I didn't pay that much attention to that.
No.
Because I'm used to that. People respect.
Typical Norwegian attitude.
Yeah. And one day it was just gone.
Yeah.
And it's been gone ever since. Now it's about at least 20 years ago.
Is it that long back?
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's gone.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I've been telling... I repeat this story every now and once in a while on Facebook and stuff like that. And I also speak with, every record store, second-hand record store in Norway, they know about this. And everybody who knows about, who's like into this, they know that Death Crush number 10 is mine. So I know that if some of those dealers are getting this, they will immediately call me.
Yep.
So nobody tried to sell it there. And then again, it must be somebody who's interested in this. And I'm thinking, okay, and everybody knows, at least in my, among my friends and people I know, that number 10 is mine.
Yep.
So this person, he can't put it on his wall.
No.
He can't brag about it.
That's true.
The only thing he can do, or she can do, is having a wank to it.
Basically. Or sell it over the border or something.
No, because they also know.
Yeah.
Not only Norway, dealers all around the world knows that number 10 is mine.
Yeah.
So it's not out there for sale.
No. What a waste.
So there's somebody sitting at home, jerking off
Secretly.
to number 10. Yeah. And then, okay, let him wank.
May him wank.
Yeah, let him. I'm not making a big deal about that. Okay, it's gone anyway.
20 years gone.
Yeah, but let him sit there with his own precious, and having a wank over it. If that, I mean,
Billy, that's how people is.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
I know.
What happened after this? Did you were you ever a part of the black metal? Call it a scene or milieu?
Not really. But yes, in
the real story comes after this.
Yeah,
you know?
as an outsider, having been a part of it. Yes, because people. I mean, I was kind of. Yeah, it was. I wasn't let out, but I let myself out.
Yeah,
kind of, because I was. I was getting more and more anarchist, and which I still am. I'm an anarchist, but
you sought more to the punk rock milieu,
yeah,
rather than the black metal milieu.
Yeah,
perhaps.
because it was something. It was.
So
something felt off.
You were never attracted to visit the store and hang around there.
No, I was there.
You were there.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Several times, but something felt off. Something wasn't right.
You were feeling the different characters coming in.
Yeah. And also Øystein.
Yeah.
I'm not going in much into that.
No, but did he actually change?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He changed a lot. I could, but the thing is that it was something. It didn't feel right. Because when I went to visit Øystein on his own, when he was alone, when it was just him and me, he was the same old Øystein he always been. And, he became a little bit more political, though. He became more outspoken communist. And me being an anarchist, it's like, we're kind of, anarchism and communism is kind of bad cousins or something like that, you know. It's they're both a socialist idea, but anarchism is more emphasizing personal freedom. Communism is emphasizing a lot more authoritarianism.
Yeah,
and that's where we could not agree. But then again, it was like brother meeting brother. We're going out, sitting, having a discussion over a beer, and he wasn't drinking that much, but I was drinking. Having a beer, and he was probably drinking Coke or a beer. He was drinking sometimes. And arguing, friendly arguing about communism versus anarchism and stuff like that.
you were still buddies. It didn't matter.
Most definitely so.
Yeah.
And he was also he was always glad about these things, because to me he didn't need. For me, he didn't have to play this part, because he was, of course, he was a leader figure in a black metal scene when he had the shop, and he was, but he didn't need to play that part to me.
No.
because I wasn't interested in those things. You know?
Yeah.
And that's why we were friendly discussing politics and stuff like that instead of instead of all the other stuff that was so huge part of his life, because he was surrounded by people, surrounded by freaks, in fact.
Yeah.
That's a sad thing. He was surrounded by freaks and he needed to play this part, and it just went downhill and downhill in a fucking spiral, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it would happen. But the fact is that at that time, I went together with Øystein several times to different anti-fascist and anti-racist marches. Not many people know that. Not many people are aware of that, or they don't fucking care, or they don't want to know.
Yeah.
Probably the losses. But that's why I'm eager to say that at several times I went with Øystein together with him at anti-fascist marches.
Yeah.
Several times. He was an outspoken anti-fascist at that time. But that's something people don't want to talk about. And I don't understand why. Because, to me, I'm not going into politics here, but I have to say this. Some people, not many, some people have a way of thinking that extreme metal, or black metal in particular, is somewhat have some fascist thing about it. Because, I understand, because elitism and because aggressiveness. I understand that, but then again, I try to remember how it started. It started with, don't you fucking tell us what to do. We make our own fucking rules. You don't tell us how to play. You don't tell us how to act. We will do what we want.
Yep.
That's the total contradiction to fascism. The total contradiction.
That's true. It becomes a bit silly.
So fascism is totalitarianism. Totalitarianism is to bow down to an authority. And which has been the authorities during European history? Christianity, which we hate. And of course, the last 100 years, fascism. But fascism, it is, not one single black metal musician would live one fucking day under a Nazi rule.
That's true.
They would be taken out as unwanted individuals.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm sorry. I'm agitating myself, but this is something I'm very outspoken about.
Yeah.
This is something that really is because people come to me and, oh, you can't be anti-fascist and do black metal. Well, it's to me. I'm not saying it's to you, and I'm not saying it's to everybody else, but to me, it's the same fucking thing. Because I will not be told what to do.
Yeah.
I will not be told what to think. I will not be told how to behave. I will do my own music, whatever fuck any authority, be it Christian, be it anything else, is telling me to. I will do it my fucking way.
Well, black metal has rules, and that's it.
I know.
That is why I have obtained enemies.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck the rules.
I don't care,
Fuck
man.
the rules. But you understand me? That's how. That's the thing. I really don't understand so-called black metal bands diving into this fascist ideas. I really don't understand it, because they would be the first one shot in the fucking head or gassed. I don't understand it.
Well,
Because, yeah, it's about individuality.
to me, black metal is about being
not
alone.
only black metal, but also like Satanism, or like me being a part of Thelema. Everything about that, everything about anti-Christianity is do your own fucking will.
Yep.
You know, and that's the opposite from fascism.
True.
So yeah, I'm sorry I was getting a bit, but it's something that's very close to my heart.
You scared me now.
No. I never scare you, Thomas.
No, I know. I'm just joking. And you mentioned Thelema, and I remember a while back when we started touring together, Mork and Order, that you and Mannheim.
Yeah.
I think you're a part of the same clan there, or cult, or what I can call it.
Well, it's not a cult. Well, to some people it is, but it's an order.
It's an order.
It's an order.
There you go.
Hence the name.
yeah, there you go.
No. Well, it's an order. It's called OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. Mannheim is not a member anymore.
Okay.
No, but it's his story. No, it's some people tend to think that it's something, very weird and strange. Well, it's not really that strange.
Most people don't know what it is, I suppose.
No, but I've been told I'm eating barbecued babies every full moon and stuff like that.
Aren't you?
Shh.
Keep the mystique, man.
Now, the thing is that I'm not going that much into my part in the order, but I can say something about Thelema as a philosophy.
You have to tell us what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is philosophy, and some call it sort of religion as well. From Aleister Crowley. It's Aleister Crowley. He sort of put this together and called it Thelema. Thelema is a old Greek word for will.
Yeah.
And that's why we call the philosophy.
That is a word I associate with Crowley.
Yeah, it's will, because will. There's one dogma. We tend to say we're anti-dogmatic, and that's partly true, because dogmatism is fucked up anyway. But there's one dogma, and that dogma is literally, it says, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." And the kind of subtitle to that is "Love is the law, love and the will." And it takes about a lifetime to understand those words.
Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't mean do what the fuck you want to do. Because that's something very mundane.
Yep.
But it means find your own will and do it. That's the only right thing to do. to find your own will, that's not easy.
No.
But if your own will is to do what the fuck you want, well, that's your will.
Yep.
But it's not very healthy. And it's
not always.
No, and it's not very... you need to dig deeper.
Yep.
That's the whole thing about it. I have my utmost respect for Aleister Crowley. He was a dick. Personally, he was a dick. I'm glad I never met him because we probably wouldn't get along. And he would probably erase me with his mind. And he was a dick to his nearest. I know he destroyed a lot of people emotionally.
Okay.
He wasn't a nice person.
No.
But then again, he was a genius in his written words.
Yeah.
In his philosophy. But so that's why we Thelemites, we call him a prophet, because he was the one who kind of put those ideas together. But he's not a prophet in the sense that other religions look at their prophets, a perfect human being. He was no fucking way perfect. Like I said, he was a dick. So yeah, but what he has written, a lot of things he wrote as well was completely gibberish. So yeah, and he was in different ways. He could be very misogynic, and at the same time he could write things like, I mean, he wrote back in 1920s or 1930s, at least before the Second World War. He wrote that every man, every woman, and every intermediately sexed individual is free to I don't remember the word, but the thing is that everyone is free to practice their own will and do what their will is, and he's using the word intermediately sexed individual.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
That's early.
For a second.
Yeah.
That means a trans person.
Yep. Yep.
That's what he's saying, but they didn't use the word trans in 20s, 30s.
Oh.
And at this time, it was illegal to have sex, for a man to have sex with a man.
Yep.
You'd be jailed for that. And he's going out and talking about trans people at that time.
That's before his time.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. So he was really fucking ahead of his time. And but then again, suddenly he's writing something like, what the fuck is this? Well, you have to remember that Aleister Crowley was an individual himself. He was a person. He wasn't nothing divine or anything like that. He was a person.
Yeah.
With his flaws.
A writer.
Yeah.
He was a writer.
Yeah, he had his flaws just as anybody else. And that's the whole point. And that's... and when he was able to write down a whole philosophy around personal will,
yeah,
and also the responsibilities of being a person with your own will. It's it resonated with me immediately. So yeah, I'm with Order. I'm the band Order, not the but the band Order.
Yeah.
My lyrics, several of the songs, I use references to Thelema.
Yeah.
Without saying it loudly, but I'm just referencing things because it's so huge part of me as an individual, and also Mannheim, even though he's not with that order anymore.
Yeah.
He's still got the same philosophy, still, you know, and it's important to know. The whole idea about the band is doing our own will. So that's why it resonates with Thelema and Crowley. We're not a Thelemic band, but we bring Thelema into our way of communicating.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that was what I wanted to say. Yeah, I'm done with Crowley now.
No, you're not. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to shed light upon your other punk bands, or do you want to go into the Order thing?
No,
it's up to you.
Let's do the punk thing. I mean, this is a metal podcast, but I have to mention my punk band. Let's do that before we go into Order.
Yeah, it's about you, so
yeah,
it's a portrait.
Yeah, but it's a metal podcast.
Yeah.
Because I have my punk band, not within range anymore, but in 1993 we started, me and a friend, we started a punk band called Cockroach Clan.
That's not people from your previous bands, right?
No. That's totally other people.
Yep.
From Lillehammer.
Okay. Yeah. Close to home.
At home.
At home.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
We started the band in 1993. We had several lineup changes over the years, of course. That's what happens with bands. But me as a singer and Ake as guitarist, we've been there from the start.
Yeah.
And it's basically the two of us who's been the major part of the band, you know.
Jimmy Page and Robert Plant.
Yeah, if you say so. Yeah,
sorry.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm yeah, but
Blackmore and Gillen, you know.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, but we released several albums. We've done quite a lot over the years, and it seems that the older we get, the more we reach out to more people.
Yeah.
Strangely enough. But I don't know why, but I have a theory about it. Is for so many years, Cockroach Clan was like the people who came to our concerts, the people who listened to our music, was other musicians.
Yeah.
so might have something to do with that. That we've been a musicians band or whatever you call it. I don't know the name for that, but it's been like people within the music scene
Have taken an interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I think, even though it took a lot of years where we did nothing in studio or anything, but we just did gigs, and people were just showing up all the time. But like I said, it was other musicians, people from other bands. Of course, other people as well, but quite a lot of them. And last couple of years is we went to studio, recorded the album, and now we just been to studio, just started recording another album. Things happening with the band, you know. I wasn't expecting that.
How many albums have you done?
Well, that's hard to say. 3.5.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a process now.
No, more. 4.5. No, because some EPs and some demos and
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, so 3, 4, something like that.
But you've been active since '93, touring.
We've been active since '93.
And touring.
Yeah.
Yeah, globally or in Europe?
No, not even Europe, because we're like punk's answer to King Midas.
Okay.
Everything we touch turns to shit.
In what way?
Not in terms of gold, but no, it's. I'm joking, but we've been every time we were supposed to go on a European tour, which every time has been planned, done. The deals are there. The tour is great, and then I'm hospitalized, or then someone else.
Something happens.
Something happens every time. So we haven't been around in Europe, but we've been in Sweden.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we had some great shows in Sweden.
Sweden is a great punk country.
and we played together with a lot of great bands. And the thing is that because of this, that nothing really happened because everything turned to shit.
Yeah.
I was expecting several years ago that this is it, this is the end of the band, but we somehow kept alive.
Huh?
We somehow just hung in there, you know, and that's what I love about it. You know, we hung in there because people really cared about the band. You know, so yeah. And people should check it out. Yeah. Even though, no, Cockroachland is not metal. It's very punk. And it's not hardcore punk. It's very, like I said very early in this podcast, it's very jolly.
Yeah.
But still it's angry.
Is it like oi?
Yeah, it's, some people will call us oi. I don't want to do that because that's very British. No, there's some oi elements in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some oi elements.
Just
in
thinking
there.
for outsiders, outside of punk, you know.
No, it's some oi elements in there.
Yeah.
Indeed, it is.
That's kind of jolly, isn't it?
Yeah. But oi, yeah, I can, because oi is also like it's like football chanting.
Very nice put. Yeah, thank you.
It's like football chanting.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, we got some, but not really. It's something else. That's a lot of humor, but also a lot of anger.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I love the combo, anger and humor. I love that combo. But yeah, it's something I've done for so many years, and it's something I love. It's so huge part of myself. And
Are the albums available?
no, it's the albums are on CDs. We haven't been able to get them on vinyls except for the last one. And that's the one I would promote, because that's showing people who hasn't been into Cockroach Town before that what is Cockroach Town about.
Yep.
That song is called Songs About Blunt Knives and Deep Love.
That's available on the net, right? On the web?
Yeah.
On Spotify and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's available?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's called Songs About Blunt Knives and Deep Love.
There you go. Poetry.
And that's also is telling exactly, it's love and knives and, well, it's not Guns N' Roses. No, but yeah, it's a kind of humoristic way of looking at things.
Yeah.
If you're open to that, you should check it out. It's a band I'm very proud of.
When do you expect the new album to be finished and done?
We've finished 5 songs in studio, but the label, our label, they want us to record more songs because they didn't want to release an EP. They want to release an album.
Yep.
I can understand that, but then again, it comes all back to the cost.
Yeah.
Because right now we're flat broke. So
what about the label?
We can't. I mean, the label don't pay for the studio; they only pay for the pressing.
Yeah.
We need to pay for the for studio ourselves. Right now, we don't have that money.
Oh.
We could afford 5 songs.
Yep.
But
yeah, sure.
That was it. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You're ongoing though.
Yeah, hopefully we were supposed to play at Festival 2 years ago. Well, 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
But because everything was cancelled, we were postponed, and we're supposed to play there this summer, but that was also cancelled.
Yep.
So we're hoping that we will be able to play this year, but we don't know yet, because now it's starting to get like it's. When we play there, it's over 2 years since we really, 2.5 years since we released the album.
Yeah.
So we're probably not that relevant anymore, unless we can release something new, which we have already 5 songs.
Yeah. You should
you
should do a single.
Yeah, but it depends on. Yeah, it's a long discussion.
Yeah.
It's a long discussion, but hopefully we'll be able to play at Øya Festival this summer. But I would feel better if we had something new.
Yeah.
To present to people instead of being we're already old geezers, and being old geezers with an old album it would be even worse.
To me, music doesn't get old. It doesn't have an expiration date. So
You get it.
Absolutely.
I mean, at least we should be a bit relevant.
Yeah. You are, my friend.
We are, but I would hate to go on stage on a huge festival knowing I have 5 songs which is not released yet, but recorded.
Nobody knows that.
Well, I know that, and I would hate it because,
dude.
I would hate it because I want this music to I want people to listen to it.
Yeah, next time around.
Next time, okay.
Think about the new fresh ears that's standing out there.
Okay, Thomas. Yeah, I'm just difficult. I know that. I'm just difficult.
But hey, what happened? You actually found your way back into metal.
I did.
Tell us the story about how Order came to be.
Yeah. That was suddenly back in 2013. Anders Odden phoned me up and he asked me, "Hey, I'm thinking about putting together a couple of people from Mayhem and a couple of people from Cadaver, his band, and do some old songs from both bands. You want to join?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Why not?" That could be fun.
Yeah.
I hadn't been singing growling metal for ages, so yeah. Let's see how it works. It was just for fun. It was just an idea he got.
Yeah.
And he got me from Mayhem, and he got Mannheim from Mayhem, and he got René Jansen from Cadaver together with him. And we played together some Cadaver songs, some Mayhem songs. It was like, yeah, it doesn't sound that good, but the chemistry is there, the energy, the mentality. We were at the same page. So at one time we were like, hey, fucking hell, why should we just rehearsing on songs from our old bands? Why not do our own stuff? Because, like I said, the energy is there. The idea, the whole atmosphere is here. We work very well together. So that's when it started. Then we thought we found a name. Need to find a name. And Order was like, I was like, fuck, Order? Isn't that a name that 1,000 other bands has called
It
themselves?
seems so, right? It seems like this obvious thing.
And I checked. But because it's a name most people would think everybody else has taken. No, it was available. Yeah.
You know, there's like about 5 or 6 Morks around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would think there's quite a few Order.
It has to be, though.
Yeah, of course. But I was sure that it was. But it was like some huge big bands or some, you know, and it wasn't.
I think it's a genius name.
It is.
Yeah.
I was
Great logo.
Yeah. Very old school.
Yep. I like it.
Yeah,
Who came up with the name? Who came up with the name Order?
It was something we were just discussing. We were discussing different kind of things, like maybe the Order with in the same word, like the Order, you know. And suddenly it was this British bloke. I don't know him. He's a friend of Anders, who came and said, "Well, what's the fuss about it? Why do you need to just to make a lot of creative things around just plain Order?
Yeah.
Nothing else." And owners came to us and said, "Yeah, my friend told me, well, why not just take away all this mumbo jumbo,
Yeah, sure.
you know,
Yeah.
and just say what it is, order."
Yeah.
And we were like, and that's when I went on Google and Encyclopedia Metallium and stuff like that, you know, order, and I was like, it's fucking available.
Yeah. I'm having that.
Yeah,
That's a great name.
yeah, and that's when we found out. Yeah, it's instead of doing it more like the order 666 or
Yep.
you know.
You tend to complicate things.
Yeah, exactly. Just order.
Yeah.
And then people come and ask us, what do you mean with order? Well, what do you think?
Yeah.
It can mean so many different things.
Absolutely.
And we don't have a right answer for that. It depends on how you interpret it.
I think it fits your philosophy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with that name. Very happy with it.
Before I forget, Billy, I need to ask you, because I was thinking about asking you this, but I kind of just forgot about it.
Yeah.
The name Messiah.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Well,
Because that was back in the 80s.
yeah, yes. It started when we found everybody in Mayhem needed a
Pseudonym.
except for Mannheim. He refused.
He refused.
Yeah, call me
Okay.
Mannheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
There you go.
he's always been like that. So, but since I was a singer as well, I was trying out. I mean, I've been called Billy since I was a kid.
Why, by the way?
Long story. It's just
Shorten it.
short. Short is that in elementary school, all the boys in class, we gave each other nicknames.
Yeah.
Something we just did, being like 10 years old,
Same here.
you know,
Everyone did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave each other nicknames, and for some reason I got the nickname Billy. There is a story behind that, but that story is too long and is very boring.
It has nothing to do with the comic book.
Yes.
It has something to do with that, but that was the
But
first thing I was thinking about.
In his original language, it's not Billy, it's called Beetle.
It is. Yeah,
So
but in the Norwegian...
it's not relevant to other than Norwegians.
No, but in Norway, the magazine is called Billy.
Yeah.
The military guy.
The thing is that at that time I had hair over my eyes. And I was lazy.
Aha!
So nobody could see my eyes and I was lazy. So I was just like that cartoon character.
There you go.
Yeah.
I kind of guessed it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Billy.
Yeah. And so I got the name Billy.
Okay.
And every boy in class got a nickname. But and when we came to high school, that wasn't cool anymore.
No.
You know.
No, of course.
However, that's when I started singing in a punk band.
Yeah.
Or punk metal, but when I was, at least I felt like a punk.
Yeah.
And at that time, being 13 years old, being a singer in a punk band, I thought it was a lot cooler to be called Billy.
Then Eirik.
Yes.
Yeah. I see your point.
So
it's stuck then.
So it's stuck, and it's been Billy ever since. Even my wife called me Billy.
Yeah.
It's just been Billy. But so with Mayhem, we were like trying to find different names, and then it was like, okay, Billy something, and we came up with the stupidest name. Billy Blood.
Billy Blood? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm happy you didn't go with that.
Yeah. And it stuck with me for a little while, but we hadn't done it.
Blood.
Yeah, Billy Blood. And after all, I was like, hey, guys.
Whose idea was that?
I don't remember. I really
Was it Jørn?
might have been. It might have been mine as well, but I didn't feel right. And then I was like, okay, let's aim high.
Oh.
The savior.
The savior.
The savior.
Yeah.
No, the thing is that I because of you heard about from the Bible, and there's going to be a false Messiah, you know. So and then I thought, yeah, okay, let me be that false one. Let me aim that high. Let me just be plain. Look at me. I'm the fucking Messiah.
It's a kind of funny thing because Mayhem, that little group of guys, it was kind of a mixed bag with those alias names.
Yeah.
Necro Butcher, Euronymous, and the Messiah. You know, it's like it doesn't really fit in with each other.
No.
but hey, they're names.
Yeah, but then again, that's what it was all about.
Sure.
We were 4 individuals, and we were very, very, very individualistic.
That's very great. It's great. It's really great because you follow some rule.
No, exactly.
You know,
exactly. And that's so I never thought about it that way, but when you mention it, and
it's great.
That's the reason. Yeah. That's the reason. No, so I became Messiah just because I wanted to. Okay, let's take it up a few notches.
Yeah, sure, you did.
Yeah.
But my other question, follow up there. Are you still using the name
Messiah? Yeah.
Yeah.
With order, yeah.
Okay, you're Messiah in order.
Billy Messiah.
Billy Messiah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been stuck with me. With the Cockroach Clan, I'm Billy Cockroach.
Yep.
But like I said, it really doesn't matter because I'm using different, like I said early today, I use different aspects of myself.
Yep.
And with Cockroach Clan, I use Billy Cockroach. With the order, I use Billy Messiah.
Yep.
Because they're part of me.
Of course.
You see, so
I just found it for me to just get to check that out, where the names came from. So
yeah.
Thank you.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't a big secret behind it. It was just me being a smartass.
Yeah, sure. You have to be a smartass.
Okay. I don't like the name Billy Blood. Let's aim a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm gonna aim higher, I'm gonna aim
the highest.
The highest.
I agree with you, sir.
If I am gonna be an ass, I'd rather be a fucking great ass.
Major ass.
Yeah, major ass.
Oh, that's good. Good.
So that's the reason.
But back to order again then.
Yeah.
I know that René passed away. And, that was before I met you guys. I saw some clips of you playing at his funeral and stuff. so I never got to meet him. But it was funny because Anders, she actually reached out to me.
Yeah.
At a point in 2015 or whenever it was, suggesting we get together. He came to my house, my previous house, and we hung out there, and we talked about maybe doing some gigs together.
Yes, it's true.
And
I remember it. He told us. He told us.
But just funny for me to know why us. How did that come to be that you guys reached out to us?
Because first of all, you were relevant. You were local to where we were rehearsing.
Yeah.
So it was kind of natural. And I think Anders, especially Anders, understood what was. He probably understood quite early about your potential. I believe. I remember he was talking to us about your band.
Okay.
About you. It is you. No, but and he said, this is a local band.
Yeah.
And it's something worth
checking out
and hopefully work with.
Yeah. And we did. And I'm very glad. Me too.
Because to us that was gold. You're playing your kind of old school black metal, we're playing our kind of. It's two different approaches.
Absolutely.
But still, it's both bands are playing old school.
Yep.
In our own ways, and
it's a good package.
To me, it was a perfect match at that time, and I would say it's a perfect match now as well. But we years is gone. But
sure.
I'm still very into that. I think we helped each other in a huge way.
It was. To put it like this, I know you guys had a gig. Your first gig was in Poland.
Yes.
Our first gig was in Poland.
Yeah.
And then we got together. We had our first gigs in Halden.
Yes.
Lillehammer and whatever it was, We kind of...
We stick to...
we did it together in a way.
Connected for eternity.
Yeah, and
I mean, what is it about Poland?
I don't know.
I love that country. Well, I don't love the church there.
No.
I don't love the authorities there. But the people.
Yeah.
The people in Poland. The scene. There's something about that. Like I told you about even when I went there as a punk band in 1991. There's something about the people in Poland I fucking love.
Our first drummer was Polish.
I know.
So he was our connection, obviously.
I remember him.
Yeah.
Very technical, very good.
Overly good. For our standards.
Oh, yeah.
Too good. But he is a fantastic drummer.
Yeah,
he is.
He is.
But I don't know. We kind of did this together, Order and Mork, and it was like this internal humor thing.
Yeah.
I remember reading your logo the first time. Don't take me wrong here. Yeah. It's a beautiful logo, but I thought it said druer.
Yes.
Which translates to grapes.
Yeah.
So Mork the druer.
Exactly. And I'm still when I see our own logo.
Think about druer.
Not only think I see it's I read druer.
Yeah, there you go.
Grapes.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, it's yeah. But I mean, that's the thing I always wanted within the metal scene, and there is a lot of it. But there's unfortunately a lot where it's not. That's to be able to laugh of yourself.
Oh yeah.
To be able to don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah. You are in the right camp right now. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. But many are not like that.
No, I know. And I'm like, hey, chill.
At the end of the day, it's only music.
Yeah.
It's something you make in your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, chill. Have a laugh. It's
Try to tell that to certain people.
Yeah, I know. Because, you can't laugh. You can't laugh to evil music. Yeah. Fuck, you can. Yeah. Of course you can laugh.
I laugh at the evil ones.
Yeah.
We're shooting ourselves in the head now.
Yeah, I know. There's going to be some haters here.
Oh, absolutely. Bring him. Bring him.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. Fuck. When we last met was in Oslo when you guys played at Blå.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's not long ago. Actually.
No, it was in October.
Yeah, that's true. Right before I took over the house here.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a great hang then too.
Yeah.
With Mr. Necro Butcher as well.
Yeah, he came and he was supposed to do. He came because he was supposed to do guest appearance.
Yeah.
Playing bass, and we were supposed to play Necrolist.
Yeah. Because you did the night before or something.
Yeah.
The weekend before or yeah.
Yes.
I actually got to know him quite well that night.
Yeah.
So we are keeping in touch now. And
That's great.
Yeah, we'll do one of these.
You didn't know him from before?
No. Only like, hey.
Yeah, I understand.
A great guy.
He's a great bloke.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a character.
He is a character, but he is a real character.
Exactly.
He's true. Without the true with a V.
He's the real deal.
He's the real deal.
Yeah.
I like him. We talk on the phone and stuff. And
I love him. He's one of my oldest friends.
I'm heading over to his house actually to do one of these.
Wow.
Yeah. Was supposed to do it recently, but he has been busy. So
I know. I know.
Yeah.
No, but no, he's a lovely guy. I love him. He's one of my oldest friends, and I love him. I really love him.
Cred and respect to what he has achieved. So.
Yeah.
But to the point, Mannheim talked to me that night about we should hook back up together, the bands.
I agree.
Do something.
I really fucking agree.
Yeah.
We should do that. I don't know what's happening now because of the fucking COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
we actually got to, you know, you went on stage with Mayhem at Felix recently. At that time, we actually got to fulfill a Scandinavian tour.
Wow.
Fully. We played Norway, Sweden, Denmark.
Wow.
Yes, without shutdowns or lockdowns.
And then everything shut down again.
But at what can I say? Finally, we had some luck. We did it.
Finally.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was the same time the Mayhem tour was going.
Yeah.
And they had to shut down.
Yes. I know.
It's too bad.
Yeah, it's too bad. May have been quite unfortunate that they had to shut down to cancel several gigs there.
Was Felix the last one?
Yeah.
The Lillehammer show?
Yeah. And the last time everything shut down, they were going on a tour in the US.
Yeah.
And they had paid for everything. They had
the
paid
merchandise and everything.
for the bus.
Yes.
For everything. They had already paid for it.
Yep.
No. And there's no insurance, you know. No. So they fucking lost all that money. Yep. I don't know how much it was, but that was
a lot.
Seriously a lot.
That's really shitty. But hey, it kind of hits us all. No one, escapes this. It's
no
going
one
on.
escapes it.
It's a global fucking hysteria.
Well, some people think it's a hoax.
I am starting to believe it's a hoax. It's a fucking flu. Just get it.
Yeah. Well,
Cough and sneeze.
I
you know?
yeah. I don't really agree.
No.
No, because I'm a bit cautious because of my health.
Yeah.
I have a lot of health issues. Actually, I was born dead.
Really?
I'm stillborn.
Stillborn.
I'm stillborn. But they managed to. That's why I'm Messiah.
Billy Stillborn?
That's why I'm the Messiah. I woke up from the dead.
There you go. There you go.
No, but the thing is because things I'm not. I can't do anything about. I have some health issues,
Yeah.
so I'm in. I need to be very careful about. I take a flu shot every year
Okay. Yeah.
because it's potentially very dangerous to me
Yeah.
to get an infection.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, take that fucking booster shot, please, so we can all just go out and have a fucking drink and
Yeah,
play some
I
music.
totally agree.
Yeah.
but my concern is that what the hell are we shoving into our veins with those needles?
I really don't know.
know?
And I know that's
That's
concern,
my worry.
But then again, we're putting so much other shit
That's true.
into ourselves.
But this
So-
feels kind of strange when it comes from the government like that.
It's not the government.
No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you can call it big pharma. Yeah, I understand. I can be. Yeah, it's.
Take these shots, you know.
Yeah, but I'm like
Something we cooked up recently.
Yeah, it's true. But then again,
But hey, I have 2 of them.
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I got 3 of them.
I'm one of those guys. I took them.
No, to me, I understand. I understand people are. I understand that people are.
The skeptical part.
Yeah, I understand that. I really understand it. But but then again, it's there's no perfect solution to this. There's no good options. There are bad options.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. At least to me, because of my health issue, I would. We're gonna play at Inferno Festival this year. I would prefer that not only for my health but for everybody's health. I would prefer that if you go in there as a band, crew, personnel, or
Vaccine pass.
audience, yeah,
Yeah.
that you can show that I have taken
The shot.
yeah, well, or whatever. Some people can't take vaccines.
Yeah.
But that they have a certification that they've done what they can do.
Yeah.
I would prefer that.
Yeah.
Because I don't not only because of me, but because I don't want to be responsible for people getting sick. I don't want to be responsible for people getting sick.
No. I see that.
And it's not the best solution.
It's a solution.
What is best solution
you know.
anyway? thing to me is that okay, let's just do this and get over with it.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah.
We're doing this now for 2 years.
I'm fed up.
2 fucking years.
And I lost so much money.
Yep.
There's so many gigs that's been cancelled, which I have not been, which was being into my budget. And I'm not a wealthy guy. Far from it. It's something that really has put me in financial trouble.
Oh.
So, but then again, people are worse off than me.
Yeah, sure. Yep. Absolutely.
So I'm trying not to complain, but I can tell you that I'm so fucking fed up with it. I'm so fucking fed up. Take the fucking shot. Go out. Have a drink.
Yep.
But don't whine. If you refuse to take the shot, that's your choice. But don't whine if people won't let you in.
Yeah. Yep.
It's your choice. Take the consequences.
But with Order, you guys have been doing gigs here and there. You did Inferno together with us. I know you played in Iceland.
Yes. We did. Iceland was great.
I heard.
Yeah.
But you also released an EP, released a full album.
Yep.
And what's going on now?
What's going on now is that because of all the restrictions, things are a little bit not like it's supposed to be, but
2 albums. Sorry, my mistake.
2 albums.
2 full albums.
2 full.
Well, 1 EP too, right?
No.
No EP?
Cassette.
Aha. Okay. Yes.
An old school cassette.
True.
No, but we're doing Inferno Festival.
Yep.
In Easter. It's probably not going to happen anything before that, but that's of course because of the situation. We did a lot of gigs like in October, November, and because of what things got cancelled. But hopefully Inferno Festival will not be cancelled. We will hopefully do that. I hope. And after that, we're working on things, but it's hard to say if there's gonna be anything in spring and summer. Problem is that we were hoping to do some festival gigs this summer, but then again, we're most festival this summer is gonna they're putting on the lineup they had 2 years ago.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's very hard to get in.
We're a couple of years behind in total now.
Exactly.
In general, But hey, the Gospel, the second album, it's out. It's pretty recently been released.
Yes.
So it's fresh.
Yeah, and we still that's the fun thing. We still get new reviews.
Yep.
There's still coming reviews, so it's still fresh, and the reviews are all over. Wow, it's I'm speechless.
It's a great album.
Yeah, thanks.
Really
Thanks. It's a very honest album. It was a hard album. It was an album that didn't come easy. It was hard work. That's it. Yeah, hard work usually pays.
Yeah, that's true.
In one way or another.
Yeah, true.
No, but it was hard work, and I'm glad you like it.
Absolutely.
It's something I'm very proud of.
I remember receiving a text from Alexander, our guitar player, before I heard it, and he was like, "This fucking album, man, is fantastic."
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I like that.
Well done, sirs.
Thank you. No, but the last thing, which we know of, which is already booked. A year ago. That was also postponed, of course. So yeah, but that's in October this year. We're finally going to Poland for a tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
So we our first gig was in Warsaw in Poland. That was just only one. That was only one gig, but this is going to be a tour in Poland.
Yeah.
So and it's finally happening, and. Like I said earlier, there's a reason I love Poland. The fans, the crowd, the scene in Poland is fucking amazing. So yeah, we're going to Poland for a tour in October. And now I need another beer, and I need to have something to eat. And I'm fucking done, Thomas.
We have a good pig upstairs in the oven that we're going to consume now. Billy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So
had a great time.
Me too, man.
And one more beer.
One more beer. Or two.
At least.
Or three.
Yeah.